So this Gervonta Tank Davis situation is crazy. So I want to go through, talk about it, and what does this mean for Gervonta Tank Davis in the future? Let's talk about it. So Gervonta Tank Davis, as of recently, he got a warrant put out for his arrest, for like a domestic violence thing, and this is not Gervonta's first time doing like um, having like legal issues, and it's a ongoing thing. It seems like, and this time it might be the worst. It might be the worst, to be honest. Um, he's facing up like with the crimes that he was doing. He's facing like up to like probably like 5 years. Probably 5 years for like some of these crimes that I looked up that he did. These are like serious things, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, not saying anything he did before wasn't serious, because all his crimes that he's been doing is crazy work, but like it's just crazy. A guy we thought at a point was the future of the sport, a guy we thought at a point was next Floyd, next big thing, all-time great status type guy. We thought he would be an all-time great at the end of his career, and it seems like he's almost at the end of his career. By the way, it sounds like he's in and out of the sport. Sounds like he doesn't want to box anymore. So, and he's at the end of his career. Ain't fought nobody. 2 division champion. Technically 3, but they're gonna technically it. Like, it's gonna be, oh, he's technically 3 division champ. He's 2 division, bro. He's 2 division. That wasn't the real belt at 40. So basically, he did have a warrant put out for his arrest, and he's currently, I guess, on the run, because he obviously hasn't been arrested yet. It's a crazy situation. At the beginning of this guy's career, when he first became world champion, we thought he was really gonna be like this crazy, like, all-time great type guy, because he has the talent to do so. He very gifted guy, very gifted athlete. It's just, crazy power, good skills, and he just didn't. All throughout his career, he just didn't do what he needed to do. I feel like, at 130, he didn't unify when he could have. He didn't unify at 135 when he's been at 35 since 2019. It's bad, bro. And then obviously he makes the excuse that he's like too little for 40. It's mostly his fans that make the excuse that he's too little for 40, and then he kind of like goes with that. Which, bro, if other lightweights are moving up to 140, you might as well move up to 40. Like, you're fighting these other guys, you could put the rehydration clauses on these dudes at 140. But my problem is when you put the rehydration clause, like on Ryan, you put him on a rehydration clause at a catch weight of 136. That is crazy work. When I first started watching Tank Davis, I saw him. I was like, bro, he's really good. Real good power, good precision, good decent counter. He's pretty good. And I thought he was a future all-time great. When I first watched him, I was like, ain't nobody beating this dude at 135. Nobody finna beat this dude. And then I started watching Shakur Stevenson. I was like, nah. Someone's gonna beat this guy, and it's gonna be Mr. Shakur Stevenson. But he doesn't want to fight Shakur. He doesn't want to fight. He never wanted to fight really Devin Haney. I will give him some credit. He made one fight that the fans wanted, which was Ryan Garcia. I'll give him some credit for that. Even then, Ryan Garcia is the worst out of like the whole like 4 Kings shit. It was him. It was Tank Davis. It was Ryan. It was T.O. It was Devin. And Ryan was obviously the worst out of 3. Never became a world champion. Or worst out of 4. Never became a world champion. So, yeah. But what does this mean for him going into the future? Obviously, as of recently, if you've been paying attention, you see that he's recently been put in champion on recess. Now, what does this mean? So basically, what champion in recess is, like when a fighter's going through injury, legal issues like Tank Davis inactivity or moving up. Sanctioning body, basically, it just it basically holds kind of like a number one contendership spot for them. You know, they vacate the title, others fight for it, and then when they come back, they get a title shot. Basically, they get a title shot, an instant title shot, no matter what. No matter how long they've been out of the sport, I'm pretty sure no matter how long, you know, whatever. If they're champion in recess and they come back, they get an instant title shot. And sometimes I heard that they even get the belt back. Like, I'm pretty sure for the WBA, if like my guy Floyd Schofield goes wins the title, he's gonna be the actual WBA champion. But let's say Tank comes back, let's say he doesn't get a crazy amount of years, he comes back, and they're gonna probably demote him to WBA regular champion. But honestly, with this being said, I don't think he's probably gonna come back to the sport. You know, he's probably not gonna win a box. He's already been in and out. Like, it seems like he's been out of it. He's like even last year he said, after this done, I'm out of the sport. I'm like, after this, last year he said, in the Lamont Roach buildup, he said, after this, I'm done. I'm like, oh shit. After this year, I'm done. I'm like, oh wow. And after all, he might have been right, bro. He might have been right. The title's vacant now, which I'm happy about, because finally we get to see some other young talent fight for the belt. He's not holding up the division anymore. Now the division could actually get to moving. We could get the young stars like Floyd Schofield getting his title shot against probably like Lucas Body, maybe a Lamont Roach, probably some guys like that, maybe even like some other guy. We don't know. But he's probably gonna get a title shot really soon. You know, he's literally like number one contender in the division. I mean, in the WBA, so he's probably going to get that shot. But yeah, man, it just sucks to see like how such a guy with all-time great level skill chose like to not have the career path of said skill. Like, he's an all-time great level. Like, I think he could be an all-time great guy, but he doesn't want to be an all-time great guy. He doesn't want to go get these unifications, go become lineal champion. He doesn't want to go fight the best of the best. So yeah, there's never been a point in his career where he's genuinely fought the best of the best. Pedraza was pretty good champion, but you're telling me he was the best champion at 130? No, he wasn't. But yeah, man, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. See y'all in the next video. Jesus loves you. Peace.